Do you guys like Sam's new shirt?
Like it, guys? I have,
Sam sprayed it on this morning.
I have a tendency to... I went into the shop and it fit a lot better before.
The lady's he's like, what size are you? Sam's like, I'm a large. And she's like, you look like an extra large. Are you sure? He's like, I'm definitely
I'm like, are you offending me?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We've had a few days off because we said a while back that we didn't want to put out any videos if there wasn't really anything to discuss. And there really hasn't been a lot of news going down. So we've been taking a bit of time off. But we're back today because we spent the weekend playing a game called Dauntless. And we want to tell you what it's about, since everyone seems to be a bit Monster Hunter crazy right now. And this is a Monster Hunter game, I guess.
Fortnite Hunter.
Fortnite Hunter. Sam, did you know,
Did I know what?
that Monster Hunter World is Capcom's fastest selling game ever?
I did know that because you told me, but I'm going to pretend I did not know that. Holy shit, that is crazy. Tell me more about this so we can inform the
It
audience.
is impossible to work with you. The word nincompoop always comes to mind, and now I'm going to start deploying it.
I wonder if that's like an Aussie thing, nincompoop.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay, comments, tell us if nincompoop is something you also
not.
use in the US.
It's a real. They're like, of course you.
They're like,
of course we
yes,
do. You
we
fucking
do.
nincompoop. Monster Hunter World is the fastest selling Capcom game of all time. Faster than any of the Street Fighter games. Faster than, I don't know, whatever else they put out in the past.
Street Fighter 4 would have been up there, but anyway.
Yeah. So that's spectacular news, obviously, because Monster Hunter is amazing. I've got a review on it on my Skill Up channel. If you've got a spare 50 minutes, you can sit through it. That's right. As a result, but the thing is, Monster Hunter World's not out on PC yet. And all these people in the comment section were like, oh man, fuck you, Skill Up, we hate you so much, now I just want this game, blah, blah, blah. Turns out there's an alternative, in inverted commas, called Dauntless, which is a free-to-play game for PC exclusive at the moment. They might release a console version in the future, we don't know. And so I decided I would play it. This is not sponsored or anything, by the way. I literally just decided to play this game. I decided to play this game because I was like, poor PC players, I feel bad for you guys. Is this game worth playing? So I gave it a good look. Now, I did a review on my channel already. And then I asked Sam to play it because I was really interested in a nincompoop's perspective on Dauntless and what it's like.
Very important, people.
So,
that's why you come to Laymen.
Sam, tell me, what did you think of the free-to-play Dauntless?
Well, I thought it felt, the moment I booted it up, some things jumped out at me. Number one, it felt like...
Slow down, Sam, you're going too fast.
Yeah, sorry. Everyone's like, just hurry the hell up. I don't have more than 40 minutes here. I felt like, it felt like the Fortnite of Monster Hunter.
It really does.
Maybe it's the shell grade, the shell, what's it called?
Cell shade.
The cell shade,
It's not cell shaded. It's just like
it's
just Unreal graphics, cartoony graphics.
Very cartoony graphics. It feels a bit more casual, definitely. I still felt like it was polished though. I felt like it was very accomplished in, the matchmaking, working together. The revive thing with just things like that, the use of the Q and the and
using a keyboard and mouse, were you?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Because I was using a controller when I played.
Oh no, I was using the keyboard.
Right.
Yeah, and I like how that there was a different way that you could combo by using the two different right and left clicks on the mouse. I thought that was great. I thought that they could definitely evolve that and make that a bit deeper.
Well, that's a big part of Monster Hunter.
Is it?
Yeah. The combos are a big part of Monster Hunter. They're not as good here in Dauntless.
Okay.
But like you sort of felt that, like you
totally,
okay,
totally. And I thought if they look, I mean, when they were in the tutorial section of what combos you could do, it only showed 4 or 5. But then I thought to myself, is that just showing a number of combos, or is that pretty much everything you could do?
Pretty much everything right now.
Is it? Okay, well that's a problem, I think, but I still felt like there could be a lot of depth there. At the same time, it definitely feels like maybe the casual experience for Monster Hunter. You can jump on, jump off. You don't really need to talk to your teammates at all. Like, it felt very like... It felt like the Fortnite of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Totally.
The levels in the game are actually just like these big, flat, basic areas.
And they're super easy to find there. There's no like cresting, like there's no like follow footprints. It's like, just go over here and like, there it is.
Right. Yeah.
There was nothing, there was no clues, there was nothing like, there was no build up, no anticipation. You walk in and you just start. With Monster Hunter, you are definitely searching for that creature. You're looking around, you're literally like sniffing around for this thing. Like, where is it?
Sniffing around, eh?
Sniffing around. Well, that's all I can think of, right? But in this one, you are just like, hey guys, if one plops here and there it is, cool, let's just start killing it for the next 15 minutes. Maybe that will, start to change as the game gets more and more.
Do you feel as though this game has a chance compared to Monster Hunter World?
I definitely do, and I think I'm comparing this again to Fortnite, because when we first played Fortnite, I was like, whatever. Like, what?
Yeah, me too.
It clearly surprised everyone. It clearly gave people an alternative, a casual alternative to that genre.
Yeah.
The battle royale, and I think this can be very similar. But I think it needs to penetrate the other the consoles.
Yeah,
It can't just stay on PC. It needs to be, competing with the Monster Hunter, platforms.
As an aside, did you know this was the very first month that PUBG saw a decline in its player base?
Really?
It's the same month that Fortnite hit its all-time highest concurrent player base.
Wow.
So
I mean, look, I think there's always a market for when a new... Monster Hunter, of course, is relatively... Like, it's a new phenomenon, really.
Well, in the West.
Yes.
Absolutely. In Japan, it's like, no, we've had this forever.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Stupid white man!
There's always going to be a need for an alternative, casual, quite light-hearted side to that. And if that fills that pie, for sure, I think it has a chance.
Would you continue playing this game, honestly? Considering that
if I could play Monster Hunter or Overwatch. No. If I could play Monster Hunter or Dauntless, I would pick still Monster Hunter.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. There's just something about it. Maybe I think the monsters felt... Can't explain what that was, but the enemies felt more not menacing, but like more... Like you just wanted to go against... you know what I mean? Like there's...
I do.
I can't explain it,
I had
people.
a specific section in my review about that very point.
I can't explain it, but there's something about those enemies.
Let me explain it for you, Sam.
Here we go. This will save 10 minutes of the video.
That's true. Sam just going, you know what I mean? It's like it's just like, I mean, I just can't. It's like in Monster Hunter, the monsters really feel like proper animals. They feel very alive and very like ferocious. Versus in Dauntless, they feel like video game bosses. They feel like fighting a boss in World of Warcraft, where they have very specific moves and you know exactly where to stand, exactly what to do to bait their animations and whatever else. So, Monster Hunter is this constantly spontaneous exercise in killing a monster, whereas, Dauntless is very much about repetition and I know exactly what's going to happen at all times.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Of course it was, of
but
course.
Ralph cut me off, people.
That's right.
Just rewind, you can see the moment he cut me off.
Yeah.
But I agree with that, actually. I think, you're walking into their habitat in Monster Hunter. You feel like it is a living, breathing, sentient creature, like that you're literally taking down, and you're in their environment where... with Dauntless, you feel like it's just it's a lifeless boss in some respects.
Very much, yeah.
I did enjoy the bosses though. I thought that some of them were interesting. I enjoyed versing them, but it's
a really tough sell for these guys. In the sense that I think they'll find a market because it's free to play. But okay, if I was to be super crude, the crudest, okay, Monster Hunter is a 10 out of 10 experience, no question about that. I think Dauntless right now is like a 5 out of 10.
I wouldn't say 5. I'd probably say 6.5, 7. Oh, 6.
No,
6.
yeah.
Oh, 6.5. But because it still feels very casually polished.
It's polished, don't get me wrong, but there's so little to it compared to what exists in Monster Hunter.
One thing I will say though is this loot box system. Did you check that out?
Yeah.
Very interesting what they did there. They give you double the amount of what other games give you.
Well, they actually removed paid loot boxes. They had paid loot boxes last year, and then when the whole loot box thing blew up, the developer Phoenix Layers came out and said, well, we don't want any loot boxes or paid loot boxes, they're gone.
Oh, I see.
So there are still loot boxes, however, you only earn them with in-game currency,
Fair enough.
and they give you, stats boosts.
They might come back. I mean,
the developer, to their credit, Phoenix Labs, have actually been really clear that they never want Dauntless to be a pay-to-win game.
Okay, good.
They said specifically it will always be a test of skill, not a test of your credit card limit. It's a real core design ethos for that game. So, of all the free-to-play games in the market, this is certainly one of the ones that I respect the most for its pro-consumer stances. It really feels like they're doing the right thing, and I also looked at their monetization in detail when I reviewed the game, and it's really generous. To the point where
generous?
More generous than Warframe, to the point where I worry about these guys being able to make enough money because I feel like they're not charging enough right now, because the stuff that they do charge you for, basically potions and some cosmetic stuff,
you get them anyway.
You get them for free. You know what I mean? So I'm very. I reckon they'll probably have to add some more stuff in that, because right now it doesn't look like they're going to turn a profit.
Look, we've said this before. a business that makes a good quality product deserves to make money. We're
Definitely.
not against them making money. Just, of course, do it in the right and the fair way.
And they seem to be doing it the right and fair way.
Yeah. But what did jump out at me, maybe this is before, they probably had this already implemented before they took away the paid loot boxes, was instead of giving you 4 things in a loot box, they give you 8. And I think that's an interesting thing because it gives the player a sense of, I'm getting more bang for my buck.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I think maybe that would have been a very deliberate strategy. And
Sam's whole brain is conditioned to only see 4 rewards in an Overwatch loot box. It sounds like 8 rewards.
No, but
game of the year.
Wait a second. You know that most of these games with loot boxes, there is 4 things in there.
Generally, yes.
Thank you very much, people. Trying to make me sound stupid, though. But the truth is, Nincompoop is back, people, to tell you that most games do have 4 things in a loot box. So when you see 8, for me personally, it's a strategy to give a more bang for your buck feel.
So that is our review of Dauntless's loot boxes.
Yes.
This is going to be a loot box review channel going forward.
Yes,
I feel like that's going to be our focus.
If you think about it.
It actually is, to be
Like,
honest.
literally.
That's true. Thanks
But
very much, Star Wars.
It's important that we do talk about the monetization structure of any game when we actually, look to talk about it, because that is now the core way of how these games are making money, and of course it affects the gameplay.
I would say Dauntless is fun. I would say it's imperfect. It's very unfinished right now. It's still deep in development. It's in closed beta right now. You can sign up and hopefully get a key. There's also, if you connect with people on Twitter and watch streams and stuff, it's pretty easy to get a key by connecting with the community. Plus, it'll go into open beta, and I reckon it'll go into open beta fairly soon because the developer has said they want to release it early this year. They want to get it out before Monster Hunter World comes out on PC. That's their main goal.
Of course.
So expect an open beta soon. It's worth checking out. As I said, it's not as good as Monster Hunter, not even close, by the way. But it's still a fairly fun game that you might enjoy, and that's why I wanted to give it a bit of a shout out.
I was just going to say, well, I don't think it's fair to say it's not as well. It's just a different experience.
No, it's not.
It's a more casual experience.
No, it's totally fair to say it is not as good. They are doing the same thing.
Oh well, okay, but it is more of a casual thing. It's more of a casual feel.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that a lot of people watching this channel will decide, should I spend my time with Dauntless or should I front up $60 and then buy Monster Hunter World? My advice is unquestionably, if you can afford the $60, buy that.
For sure.
But also take a look at Dauntless because you might enjoy that as well.
Sure, but sometimes it comes down to, what am I looking to get out of it? Am I looking for a casual jump on, jump off experience? If I'm looking to put 500 hours into a game, that becomes a different reason why you maybe look to buy a game.
True.
Anyway, people, it was a good experience. I would definitely play the game again, but what I said before, I would rather play Monster Hunter.
Yeah. So guys, that's it. That's Skill Up and
Nincompoop
signing out.